Hi Leute, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Genshin Impact Video. 4.5 ist da und wir haben nicht so viel zum Entdecken, aber wir haben einen Legendenauftrag und ein Einladungsereignis. Ich möchte mit dem Einladungsereignis starten, denn die haben was richtig Tolles eingeführt, und zwar den Skip-Button. Boah, darauf freue ich mich schon die ganze Zeit. Kennt ihr das? Ich starte mit einem Einladungsereignis und ihr habt keinen Bock darauf, weil ihr die ganze Zeit die Storys wiederholen müsst, wenn ihr die falsche Wahl getroffen habt, beziehungsweise wenn ihr die Stränge aktivieren müsst. Junge, das hat so genervt. Deswegen habe ich bei den Einladungsereignissen immer so lange gewartet, bis ich tatsächlich so viel Zeit habe, dass es mich gar nicht mehr nervt. Jetzt haben die aber einen Skip-Button eingeführt. Das ist so geil. Ich freue mich. Das mit dem Skip-Button kommt, nachdem ihr die ersten Stangen irgendwie aktiviert habt.
Oh, it's you. 1 second. Now activating chat mode.
Oh.
You made me jump there. I thought they'd finally caught me.
Boah, Junge, das hätte ich mir... Alter, jetzt wünsche ich mir auch im privaten Leben.
Well,
Einen
my
Konversationsmodus
heart
mit einer Katze.
Jumped up. Objectively speaking, the trouble wasn't. Half an hour ago, I was at Hotel de Boer for a drinks reception. It was to celebrate the successful opening of a show, but it was draining my energy. So, probably because I'm playing the lead role in the show? Is that so surprising? I'm always getting invitations to do solo performances. I just usually get Linny to write back and turn them down. But we took all the kids from the House of the Hearth out to see a film, and after it finished, they all started clamoring for me to try out acting for some reason. Anyway, it just so happened that a director called Mary who had sent me an invitation right around then. Yep, you nailed it. I'm playing the role of a puppet. In fact, the show's called The Lost Puppet, and it's a masked mime show. So I don't have to do any facial expressions or say any lines. Art is not comprehended by the mind, but felt in the heart. At least, that's what the director... At the drinks reception, everyone was crowding around me, saying, triumphant character portrayal. But being the center of attention is draining. So the moment they left me to go harass the director instead, I was... The other thing is, some weird...
Ja,
Oh,
die Katze bestätigt
sorry,
das.
Bonnie. I didn't mean to leave you out of the conversation. My bad. No,
Stellt euch
you're
mal
just fine.
vor, ich komme
We
von
bumped
der
into
Arbeit
each
nach
other
Hause,
right after I slipped
die
away.
Katzen warten auf der Couch und dann fragt ihr die Katze, wie war dein Tag, und die Katze erzählt einfach so. Das wäre so
Well,
witzig.
it'd be kind of difficult for us to communicate otherwise. Yeah, that's right. Good kitty. We'll go find your owner soon. Nope. She's wearing a collar, and for the most part, she's pretty well groomed. Her stomach's been growling a lot. I guess she must have been missing for a few days now. As much as I'd love to hang out with... But the reception... I should probably show my face there again at some point. Well, I just find it exhausting. Thinking through all the different ramifications of different choices, and so it's fine. You got Feminade to make me a little some poof. A phaetometer.
Wow.
It looks pretty over the top, I know. But it's essentially just a box of cards. The way it works is, I pick a card at random, then look at the... Well, for example, if the number on the card is 5 or higher, I help find
Alter.
their owner. If it's less than
Ist ja
5,
richtig cool.
I go back to the reception.
Damals, als ich mich nicht entscheiden konnte, habe ich auch immer eine Münze geworfen. Zahl hieß immer, mach ich. Kopf hieß immer, nein, machst du nicht.
I just have to believe in the bond between me and my cards, and my fate will reveal itself to me in numerical form. At least, that's what Linny said.
Hey,
Huh, I didn't like that. Was I using it?
Lynette klopft auf die Schatulle und lässt... Oh.
Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. I'll have to let Fremine know. Let's see, which card 4?
Weniger als 5, also helfen wir Bonnie nicht.
Well, the cards fell on the ground though, so I don't think it counts as fate. If you want to get the right answer, you have to let fate decide. So, to put it another way, if picking a card up off the ground is how to not leave it to fate, then that means it must, or why don't you pick a card? Since I ran into you
Na
here,
gut, ich ziehe noch eine
thank
Karte.
you. Here, take the fateometer. If it's 5 or above, that means fate. Also, if you have your own thoughts about what I should do, feel free to share it. Now that I've...
Komm, machen wir das mal.
Alright.
Karte ziehen.
Then let's...
Die vom Indikator des Schicksals zufällig ausgelösten Kontrollen zeigen häufig den Verlauf des Schicksals oder den Erfolg oder Misserfolg einer Handlung. Klicke, um eine Karte zu ziehen und eine Zufallszahl zwischen 1 und 20 zu erhalten. Okay. Verstehe. Angemessene Vorbereitung und freundliche Hilfe können dabei das Ergebnis der Kontrollen beeinflussen. Aktuelle Kontrollen werden zu der zufällig von der gezogenen Zahl addiert und erleichtern das Bestehen der Kontrollen. Ziehe eine Karte. Ene, mene, mu und raus bist du. Raus bist du noch lange nicht. Spaß hier. Ich habe 3 gezogen. Kontrollfähig geschlagen. Scheißendreck.
Back to the drinks. There's 20 cards in total, numbered 1 to 20. So there's only a 1 in 5 chance of
Alter,
drawing
und ich habe
less than a
trotzdem
5.
eine 3
I should
gezogen.
also mention, this time the cutoff was 5, but nope, I said it was your decision. Besides, the drinks reception is technically part of the job as an official publicist. I might get sued for breach of contract. Now, one other thing. Do you want to come with me? Thanks.
So. Jetzt haben wir den ersten Strang abgeschossen. Normalerweise müsste das jetzt so sein, dass wenn ich den ersten Strang wieder aktiviere, also ab hier, ich will es mal schauen jetzt, dass man hier das skippen kann.
Huh. I didn't like that.
Oh mein Gott, es
Was I
funktioniert!
using it wrong?
Alter, wie geil! Junge, es funktioniert. Ganze Blabla ist weg. Und da
Alright.
kommen wir an die Stelle, wo wir entscheiden. Oh, jetzt habe ich eine 14 gezogen.
So, we're looking for Bonnie's owner?
Ey, wie geil ist das bitte? Ganze Blabla überspringen. Das ging die ganze Zeit nicht und jetzt geht's. Und jetzt haben wir schon den
There's
nächsten
20
Strang
cards in
aktiviert,
total,
indem wir die
numbered
14
1 to-
gezogen
I should
haben.
also mention, this time to put in perspective, I said I'd
Junge,
only do
Junge,
the show
Junge, wie
if I...
geil. So, wie willst du Bonnies Besitzerin finden?
I think I'll go to this...
Na klar, wir werden erstmal Bonnie retten. Das wollte ich auch eher machen, als zu einer beschissenen Feier zu gehen. Let's go. Jetzt haben wir, dadurch, dass wir überspringen konnten, haben wir jetzt schon, ja, 2 Stränge aktiviert. Wir können nochmal überspringen, damit wir nicht hin und her gehen müssen. Und dann können wir entscheiden, was wir machen. Das ist doch geil, oder? Das ist richtig geil. Weil sonst ist immer so eine Hin- und Her-Teleportation. Jetzt ist man an dem Standort
Huh.
und
I
kann
didn't
skippen.
like that.
Zack. Und jetzt können wir die anderen Stränge aktivieren. Da sind wir schon durch. Okay, wie wäre es, wenn du weder das eine noch das andere tust? Weil das haben wir schon hier gelöst, das haben wir auch schon hier gelöst, das ist aber was Neues.
Huh?
Wenn es wichtig wäre, wäre schon jemand vorbeikommen, um nach dir zu suchen.
What you're saying is... Since... Is that really a...
Wir reden nun, Bonnie gefällt die dir offenbar. So, jetzt muss ich eine Zahl über 10 ziehen. Zack. Ja. Kontrolle erfolgreich.
You make a good point.
Wir können einfach noch eine Weile länger hier bleiben.
Okay, well... Assuming Bonnie hasn't strayed too far... So, stick around here in standby mode?
Wenn du den
Ja,
Bereitschaftsmodus
That's-
aktivierst.
Oh, good idea. Bonnie's definitely hungry. May as well. We could be here a while. When I was trying to find... Alright then. Plan of action?
Nice. Und da haben wir schon die erste Stelle abgeschlossen. Hier unten. Ey, das ist so geil, Alter. Ich bin so glücklich. Das mit dem Überspringen, ab jetzt werde ich alle Einladungsereignisse sofort abschließen. Ich habe, wie gesagt, damals immer das geskippt gehabt, weil es mich genervt hat. Aber mit diesem Skip-Modus werde ich das immer machen. Geile Sache. Zack.
There you are, Lynette! Where did you disappear to? Leone and I have been looking everywhere for you. Wait, where did you get the cat?
Sind das Zwillinge? Müssen ja. Die haben einfach einen Charakter erstellt und dann gespiegelt. Oder gibt es irgendwelche Unterschiede? 3 Knöpfe, 1, 2, 3, zack, zack. Auch die Stelle, wo die ihre Hand halten, ist einfach gespiegelt, Alter, wie krass. Die haben sie sich auch einfach gemacht, die
I found her
Entwickler.
outside. Do either of you happen to recognize her?
I don't think so. Could belong to one of the guests, I suppose.
Fair enough. It was a long shot.
So sorry we couldn't help you, Lynette.
Don't worry. We'll ask around for you. Leone's probably just being forgetful.
Maybe you could leave her with us.
Dann kam
We'll
die
take
Stimme
her to the
nicht
reception desk and
gespiegelt.
see if they know anything.
Sure. I would help, but I'm a little preoccupied.
It's no trouble at all. We're
Also, if it's no trouble, I mean, could we maybe get an autograph?
Leone! You can't spring that on her now. Not while she's working. One last thing, Lynette. Director Mary is looking for you.
Not you.
Spectacular choreography, a masterpiece of mise en scène, and the performance, oh my, groundbreaking.
Yes, I, for one, was particularly captivated by the clearly allegorical narrative undertones. The Lost Puppet shines a spotlight on the impact of technological such a pioneering work, so far ahead of its time. A tour de force of avant-garde theater.
I can already see the headlines of tomorrow's newspapers. They will certainly be singing your praise, Director Mariu.
But it was a group effort, of course. To convey emotions in a silent show with no facial expressions, the entire cast had to go above and beyond. Everyone truly outdid themselves.
Speaking of the cast, Jillian, another strong performance from you in Director Mariu's latest show, as of course we've all come to expect from your numerous successful collaborations to date.
That's quite an overstatement. I've only ever played supporting roles.
On that point, you stated a few months ago in an interview that you were looking to secure a leading role in your next show. What led you to the decision to stay in a supporting role this time around?
We had a discussion about this, and while Lynette hadn't previously performed in an acting role, we quite simply...
Exactly. I was honored to share the stage with her. Lynette...
Oh, Lynette's back!
Hey, Lynette, where have you been?
Were you in standby mode?
Method acting, of course. Such a compelling portrayal of a mechanical puppet.
Those seemingly stilted movements were in fact an inspired portrayal.
I went outside and there was this cat.
A cat? We've long heard that you are a kind soul, as well as an incredible actress.
This show looks on track to break box office records for avant-garde theater. Lynette.
Not...
I believe
Boah, ich kann mir nicht vorstellen, irgendwie ein Star oder zu sein oder so etwas ähnliches, keine Ahnung. Und in der Umgebung so viele Kritiker zu haben, die alles auseinandernehmen, ey. Keine Ahnung. Das wird mich einfach komplett mitnehmen. Ich würde alles Negative in mich aufsaugen und dann irgendwann platzen. Boah, ich kann mir das nicht vorstellen, Leute. So. Nehme die Karte. Zack. Jawohl. So teilnahmslos die Klang werden automatisch Antwort geben. Ja, ich glaube, man findet immer eine Taktik, eine Strategie, wie man damit umgehen kann, damit es nicht einen emotional mitnimmt.
Yeah, it's just... Turns out, even with you here to share the... It's a power-saving mode for participating in conversation at tea parties.
Wie mag ich die?
But at a tea party, I'm not normally subjected to a constant stream of questions.
Ist eine Großumstellung mit etwas Zeit.
I think I'd rather...
Lynette, Director Mariu would like you to join the group photo to commemorate the success.
A group?
It's just the members of the troupe.
Alright.
So.
3, 2, 1, smile.
My thanks to each and every one of you here for your help in making The Lost Puppet a success. You can collect your copy from the first floor after the drinks reception concludes.
Mariu! Get over here. Let's have another drink.
I thought the group photo was the final hurdle. Well, at least there's no more people. How...
Oh nein, die Arme. Ich würde die so gerne retten. Ich frage mich, ob ich hier schon einkaufen war. Anscheinend schon. Ja, hier die Rezepte habe ich schon gekauft. Das sind einige Rezepte, by the way. Okay, wohin müssen wir? Hoch. Oder? Ja. Ich bin da.
Hotel de Bour's Ile Flottante is a traveler? Lynette? Oh, wait, hold on. What do you mean? Naturally, people wanted to hear my remarkable and a very worthwhile artistic endeavor. Your performance was beyond... Basically,
So, you thought they were
Then again, I'm no or maybe it's because...
What original draft?
Oh? He didn't show it to you? I had a lot. I don't know. The protagonist just seemed more complex, I guess. Especially in the last 2 scenes.
Emotional depth?
Oh, I'm just thinking aloud here. Especially with a novel art form like a masked mime show. I'm sure Change of topic. I see you've escaped the crowds to seek refuge on the 2nd floor.
No thanks, I'm good.
Hey, at least let me... First...
That was... I expect most of the...
Geht zurück ins Erdgeschoss, um den Umschlag zu holen.
Too slow.
Slow, sagt der Pupsi.
The photo must be in this envelope right here. If it wasn't for you, I don't know how I would have... It's fine. While I was on stage, I got a vague sense of it. Normally, I'm used to lurk... Or someone just... Okay, problem solved.
Bla bla bla.
You have destroyed this... I don't think we're gonna find any more clues here. Yes, let's. Whatever destroyed means, it could have something to do with the original...
Jetzt mit Schwand. Gott sei Dank.
I can't believe how well the whole Lynette's debut...
How could I ever have doubted you? If you hadn't stuck...
See? I told you. All the time she'd refused in the past were all the more... Can you imagine if you'd gone with Jillian? You'd have been lucky to get half the ticket sales you've ended up with.
True. Well, Jillian still needs to get a few more...
Do you have a moment, Director Mario?
Oh?
Ist Mario. Alter. Ich hätte jetzt niemals herausgefunden, dass es Mario ausgesprochen wird. Ich hätte irgendwas gesagt. Mario oder Mary.
If it isn't the
Keine
star of the
Ahnung.
show. I'm guessing you're here to discuss the show with the director. Oh, you're a talented and hardworking actress, Lynette. It's no wonder you're getting such I'll leave you artists to discuss your work in peace. Marry you, make sure you give your star performance.
I certainly
Ihr hättet auch einfach Mario
will.
hinschreiben
That
können.
carries the
Was ist das,
fortunes
ey?
of our entire troop.
Mr. Maloney. An investor or something, I think.
So, what can I do for the two of you? I'm afraid I'll have to dash soon as I meet.
We heard that the original script for The Lost Puppet was quite different from the final show. I'm kind of curious to know...
Oh, well, this is a surprise. It's not uncommon for scripts to undergo major changes as they're being brought to the stage. But a mechanical puppet with a bumbling body but a sensitive soul. There's no doubt about it. You are the protagonist, and the protagonist is...
Sorry, you've lost me.
All right, then. Delving, you shouldn't give your attention to early drafts of the script, Lynette. Oh, the current script is the final version because it is the best version. And your performance best... What letter?
Weihnachtswürfelpuppe, du hast das Kunstwerk ruiniert. Gib die Hauptteile umgehender. Passive Konturen sind eine besondere Art von Konturen, die nicht aktiv ausgelöst werden müssen, sondern zu bestimmten Zeiten automatisch ausgelöst werden. Wenn du sie bestehst, findest du einige versteckte Informationen wie Unregelmäßigkeiten in der Haltung einer Person oder bestimmte unpassende Details. Erfolgreich wahrgenommen. Meru sieht überraschend aus. Hä? Ah, okay.
Destroyed this work of art.
Well, Director Mario, any idea?
No. Who on earth would write such? Absolutely not. Without Lynette, this show would be...
Yeah, maybe Jillian could...
What? No way.
Mario-Haltung ist plötzlich etwas seltsam.
Ah, I've got it. It's a
Das ist auch
competitor.
eine neue Mechanik.
Yes,
Sieht cool
this
aus.
lets you can't lie low.
A competitor?
Definitely. Those lowlifes. Slander and libel are all there. There's so many of them out there. Stay strong, Lynette, and keep up the good work on stage.
So, a competitor, huh? I kinda doubt it. We've dealt with those but at the moment, I don't think anyone's got a reason to do. Besides, when I felt that evil stare, I'm pretty sure it was coming from... I'm actually more concerned about Mario. When I mentioned Jillian, especially since Maloney mentioned that the initial plan was to cast Jillian as the lead. Sounds like there was an original protagonist as well as an original script. Yep, she told me she...
Detektiv Ufi ist wieder am Werk, Leute. Was geht zum Wo ist denn das Ding? Wir müssen dahinter, runter, zack. Da sind wir. Was ist denn hier? Was bist du für einer? Hallo? Du bist noch nicht einmal bereit, einen Ton von dir zu geben. Testen wir den mal. Bist du so stumm, weil du unzufrieden bist? Ist es zu viel verlangt zu erwarten, dass du einen Ton von dir gibst? In Ordnung, dann bitte ich dich um Entschuldigung, vergiss es. Warum rede ich überhaupt mit einer... Nee. Seien wir höflich. Du hast meinen Respekt verdient. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass es hier eine Errungenschaft geben könnte. Schau dir mal. Was machst du hier? Du weißt auch nicht, oder? Okay. Vielleicht soll ich jetzt gehen. Ich kann mir vorstellen, dass es eine Errungenschaft geben könnte. Das ist schon witzig. Da wird dann später mal rumexperimentieren.
Lynette? What are you doing?
I've been to the Flow of Sandra plenty of times before. And this is the first I'm hearing about me not...
Things are different around here. You might be used to a crowd of bootlicking morons fawning
Boah,
over
wie
you.
gemein die ist.
Morons? I don't know. I've never met the...
Gina, stop that! Go home now! No buts.
How many times do I have to tell you? If you don't leave right now, I swear I'll...
Jillian? Just because Lady Farina speaks highly...
Nach einigen weiteren markigen Worten von Gina zieht sie ab wie eine Tomate.
Gina's always been a strong-willed child.
It's okay. I have younger siblings too, so I get it. If you let angsty kids get you riled up, they'll drain all your energy.
Well, the situation's a little different in this.
We heard about it from Maloney. He said you were...
Maloney, huh? I'm sorry. I never mentioned it because Director Mariu was fair. What's this?
Dylan sieht überrascht aus. In Jillians Gesicht steigen Panik und Zweifel. Auf der absendeste Ansicht, Lynette hätte die Aufführung ruiniert.
I don't know.
Don't be scared, Jillian. Just tell...
Okay. Oh, it's true. I was originally Kat. I've worked with Director Mariu many times before, but only in minor roles. The audiences and critics. A few months ago, Mariu started working on a new show, so I plucked up the courage to ask him if I could take the leading. He was hesitant, but he agreed to let me try for the part. We did a few rehearsals, everything.
There's been a change of plan.
Lynette? But she always turns these things down, doesn't she?
And that's why we cannot afford to waste this opportunity. Jillian, I understand how you must be feeling. But next time, the lead will be...
I was incredibly disappointed at first, but I also know full well that I don't have Lynette's star power. Without Lynette, how could we ever convince people to pay money to go and see a masked mime show? And if the show was a flop with me in the leading role, how would I answer to the direct then? I got to meet you on stage and found that you're really down to earth, in a way that not many celebrities are. Whatever disappointment I had left at that point, I certainly would.
By wasn't bad, you mean it wasn't great either. So, I'm guessing Mariu changed the script to simplify the protagonist. Make her a dumbed-down version of a mechanical...
He did make some changes to the script, yes. Jaik, one of the other actors. He likes to collect Dr. Mariu's old drafts because he hopes to be a director himself one day.
Makes sense. I always see him talking to Mariu.
Oh, ab zur Taverne. Da ist ja die Taverne. Ich hätte auch einfach runterspielen können, aber egal. So macht's mehr Spaß. Da bin ich.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Jillian brought me up to speed on the situation. I'm here to help. That's always the way with pen and... There should be a cleaner copy of the original script in here somewhere.
No problem. Now...
Ermittlungsmodus. Zack. Schauen wir mal, worin die Unterschiede zwischen der aktuellen Version von Die verlorene Probe und dem ursprünglichen Skript bestehen. Angemessene Vorbereitung und freundliche Hilfe können derweil das Ergebnis der Kontrollen beeinflussen. Zack. Ja. Der vierte Akt scheint aus einem Solo-Auftritt der Protagonisten zu bestehen und das Bühnenbild beschränkt sich auf einige verfallene Ruinen. Eine Anmerkung besagt, hierdurch wird sich die Aufmerksamkeit der Zuschauer auf die Protagonisten richten. Okay. Eine Sache haben wir gefunden. Das Manuskript untersuchen. Zack. 7 plus 5, 12. Hä? Der Grund, warum es so schwer zu lesen ist, liegt darin, weil es mehrfach mit Korrekturflüssigkeit überarbeitet wurde. Geschätzt wurde jede Zeile mindestens dreimal überschrieben. Anscheinend war Mero mit seinen Änderungen... Nee, Mario? Keine Ahnung, ey. Die älteren Werke untersuchen. Diese Manuskripte scheinen Mero ältere Werke zu sein. Einige Fotos von Auftritten sind beigefügt. Zack. Nice, 8. Fehlgeschlagen. Was jetzt? Die neuen Fotos zeigen schicke Schauplätze und glanzvolle Kulissen, aber die älteren mit enthüllen deutlich bescheidenere Bühnen. Ich sehe sonst nichts Bemerkenswertes. Also das ist jetzt fehlgeschlagen, das ist schlimm. Das offizielle Skript untersuchen. Zack. Boah, 19. Im 4. Akt verliert die Protagonistin ihre Fähigkeit zu tanzen wegen der Abnutzung ihrer inneren Schaltkreise. Eine Anmerkung besagt, ein paar einfache Bewegungen, um die Idee zu vermitteln, reichen völlig. Die Zuschauer werden hauptsächlich das ausgefallene Bühnenbild und die Nebenrollen im Blick haben. Aha, Nebenrollen also. Notizen. Fehlgeschlagen wieder? Du blätterst durch die frühen Zeitungsausschnitte und findest keine Erwähnung von Regisseur Moreau in den Überschriften. In weniger lang zurückliegenden Jahren preisen viele Berichte Moreau als Regisseur mit Weitblick einen der Großen seiner Epoche, okay?
The protagonist returns to the ruins where she began and performs a dance in honor of her deceased companions. She dances and yep, that's not something a novice could hope to pull off after just a... Frankly, I think that the original script is much... Jillian, shall I go tell Mariu to put you back in the leading role?
Huh? What? Are you serious? But the next show is at the Opera Epiclese.
But not such a rare one for me, though, right?
That's different. This isn't you as part of a magic duo. It's a chance to star as the main character in a show.
Fame in small doses has its... But if you play the lead, the fame will be yours, and I get to be free.
It'll never work. There's no way Director Mariu or Malone... The set for Act 4 would need to change, as would all the marketing materials. And that would mean asking Maloney for a changing actors at the last minute is just too risky. If anything went wrong... Plus, Maloney's friends have already published a ton of articles saying how this is the role that Lynette was born to play. No one else can play the protagonist now. If Lynette quit the show and...
Was, dass die manchmal Rollen so gestalten, dass es der Schauspielerin oder dem Schauspieler passt. Daran habe ich ja nie gedacht. Und am Ende sagen die, ja, die Schauspielerin passt ja perfekt zur Rolle. Aber im Endeffekt haben die Rolle angepasst. Sollen die echt Gedanken drüber machen. Fehlgeschlagen. Was passiert jetzt? Solange man ihm in den Nacken sitzt.
Consent. And that way, he'll be forced to make...
You know, it's a little crazy.
No way. It's not worth taking such a huge risk.
Jillian, you said before, in other words, that to be honest, you think they'd be put out?
Jillian, you were more dedicated than anyone during the rehearsals for... And I think you know that... so take it from me. You would not...
You guys... Okay.
Yes! I knew you'd come...
Wonderful.
Wait. But what about the threat letter?
As long as we stick to the plan, I'll give up the lead role.
But surely you want to know who it's from.
I doubt they will. It's supposed to be a threat, but they didn't even say what would happen if I don't meet their demands.
Ja, das war die Freundin von ihr gewesen. Wir haben es herausgefunden. Die Freundin von ihr. Wie hieß sie? Jin? Wow, 19. Jillians Schwester erwähnt, dass Furina lobende Worte für Lynette gefunden hatte, aber wann könnte sie die gehört haben?
It's getting late. Come on.
Lynette ergreift deine Hand und führt dich aus der Taverne. Er folgt dich und du scheinst etwas zu hören. Er schluckst und das aus seiner Ecke trinkt. Ich bin so ein Idiot. Wer bist du?
Sorry for manhandling you. You looked like you were seconds away from figuring out who sent the letter. So I had to act fast. Nothing gets past you.
Ja.
Just because Lady Farina speaks highly of you, it doesn't mean you're all that.
I'm so sorry. Gina's always been a strong-willed child.
Verona hat ihre Offiziersdienst zu die Philanthropie noch nicht verlauten lassen. Das spricht dafür, dass Gina sich heimlich gegen den Willen ihrer Schwester eingeschlichen hat, um ihr bei der Arbeit zuzusehen.
She must have snuck into the drinks reception and overheard her. She idolizes Jillian, both as an older sister and an actress. And she watched as the dream role Jillian had been waiting to play for To make matters worse, all the critics were hailing this amateur as a perfect fit for the role. And even Fontaine's former biggest star... Yeah, that pretty much like I said, getting angry at angsty teenagers. If it was my younger brother or sister and they found out I'd been treated unfairly or had an opportunity, I was in Jillian's position once. Back when Linny and I were starting out, before we got famous, we just had to take things a day at a time. Doing our shows, slowly trying to build up our reputation. So I can understand Gina's frustration. Still, she could no, the way she looks at me is indicative. Whoever was giving me that evil stare was backstage. Blending into the crowd at a drinks reception is one thing, but trying to blend in backstage, where everyone's on high alert, we'll find out who it is before too long. In 2 days, on that note, guess I'll...
Müsi. Oh. Diskutier mit den Leuten. Warte 2 Tage. Oh Gott, Leute. Wie ich das hasse. Ich hasse es. Jetzt müssen wir tatsächlich diese Uhr drehen und warten, bis es fertig getickt hat. Wieso kann man es nicht einfach beschleunigen? Wieso geht das nicht? Ich hasse es doch. So eine sinnlose Zeitverschwendung. Ich könnte ein Lied singen in dieser Zeit. Aber was ich natürlich nicht mache. Oh, Gott sei Dank. So, wohin? Geht zur Opera. Opera. Zack. Ich weiß gar nicht, habe ich hier im Grund schon alle Belohnungen geholt? Wahrscheinlich nicht, ne? Ich habe hier echt schleifen lassen. Und vieles noch nicht zu Ende gelootet. Mal gucken, was mir noch fehlt. Opfern. Stimmt noch einiges. Oh mein Gott, ich bin ja gerade mal Stufe 30 von 50. Junge. Naja. Dafür haben wir jetzt 2 Puls bekommen. Auch nice. Die wir jetzt direkt einlösen werden. Nee, machen wir am Ende. Machen wir ganz am Ende. Hallo.
Too slow.
Wer bist denn du?
Oh, you're here. Lynette and Jillian are busy getting...
Kurz nachdem du Jakku in das Opernhaus gefolgt bist. Oder Jackie Mackie. Heiße Akt in Ruin.
Is that Lynette? She's so pretty.
It's starting. Keep your voice down.
Die Protagonisten einer Tänzerin wurde in Ruin verlassen. Sie vermutet, es liegt an dem Gesundheitszustand ihrer Beine, der ihre Fähigkeit zu tanzen beeinträchtigt. Doch dann findet sie die anderen verlassenen Puppen, die genauso aussehen wie sie selbst. Erst da erkennt sie, ihre Krankheit ist nur ein mechanischer Defekt und sie selbst nicht mehr als eine tanzende Puppe.
Wow, I thought it would be hard to follow, but in the end it was actually very clear.
Even though her face was expressionless and she didn't speak the whole time, I felt like I...
Zweiter Akt auf der Reise. Manche der mechanischen Puppen glauben an einen Mythos. Am Ende der Welt gibt es einen Puppengott, der Puppen in Menschen verwandeln kann. Und so beginnen die Protagonisten und ihre Gefährten die Suche. Aber der Mythos ist eine Lüge, verbreitet von jemandem, der nichts als Verachtung für das Puppentum hegt. Am Ende ihrer Reise werden sie entführt, zerlegt, eingeschmolzen und missbraucht. Die Protagonisten half ihren Gefährten zu entkommen, wurde dabei aber unter den Trümmern eines einstürzenden Gebäudes gefangen. Sie schließt die Augen und sinkt in einen tiefen Schlaf.
Director Mariu really is a master of his craft. And so is the actress in the lead role.
I have a friend who saw the show on the opening day. They thought the critics overstated how good it was, but I gotta say,
Weiter in tosendem Applaus der Menge.
I can't believe it's only been a few days since the last show. Lynette's improved so much. Just wow. I'm speechless. Words simply...
Your penchant for the hyperbolic strikes again, Almery. Clearly you weren't at a loss for words when you were writing your art.
Am Ende ist es die andere.
Well,
What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? The first half was...
My apologies, Mr. Maloney.
Oh, very...
Are you guys sure this is gonna work? What if we're already halfway there? We can't back out now.
What is this plan that you're so
Director Mariu,
Korantan and Armory have both finished their articles. I went to greet them as a mere formality, but you seem to have availed yourselves of... Was that really Lynette playing the lead role?
Bekannter Regisseur, du hast das Spiel durchschaut. Neben ihr steht die Protagonistin jedoch ohne ihr Kostüm und ihre Maske.
Director Mariu, I was the one playing.
I switched costumes and masks with Jillian so that I could be the protagonist's companion.
Lynette, why on earth would you...
You know my acting is amateur. The only reason I'm being seen as a pro, let alone a pioneer, is because if they'd seen me in the leading role during the first half, they wouldn't be If you force me to play the lead in the second half, they'll be wondering, why is the actress suddenly giving such an underwhelming performance right at the climax? These are just some of the questions that will be on everyone's minds during the There's only one way for you to save your reputation.
Absolutely not. I'd sooner announce that we're having a If I keep Jillian as the lead for the second half, what do you think will happen in the curtain call when she takes her mask off? What will your fans think? They're only here because of you, and what about all the critics who support you? There'd be tickets to refund, fines to pay for breach of contract. The whole troupe's hard work would go down the drain. You can't just take a job on a whim, then abandon your responsibility the moment you don't feel like doing it anymore. You're playing games with...
Director Mariu, please. You're not being fair.
Actually, Jillian, he's half right. I did kind of but my responsibility here is making sure you get back the role that belongs.
And I guess part of that responsibility lies with me, considering I badgered you into Sorry I'm a little late to the show. Works...
Lenny? What do you want? Do you think you can snap your fingers and make all my...
That might be a little tricky.
Oh, was denn das?
This?
A draft complaint letter, my contract, your legal fees, reimbursement for the tickets, and an advance on the penalty fee for breach of contract. Mr. Mariu, I'm stepping down from the leading role.
If you do suffer unforeseen financial losses from this, you're free to seek damages as per the contract. And if you want to file a...
What the... Of course. All this Mora, it's a pittance to you, isn't it? Look at us. We're huge stars. One minute we want to go on stage. The next we feel like backing out of the You don't give a hoot how much this show means to other people. You don't even care that the whole production might have to...
That's not true. I do care.
Oh, brilliant deduction there. Of course it means a lot to me. This is my show. That's...
Really? Then why do your eyes tell a different story? Though almost as if I've destroyed your work of art.
What? I would never think that.
A couple days ago, I asked some associates to do some digging for me. I was Surprise, surprise. Turns out that all the other famous actresses you asked either had prior...
And I would have turned you down too, if not for an unlikely...
You didn't send those invitations because you were looking for a better actress than Jillian, but because your investor wanted a big name in your
Director Mariu.
To get Maloney on your side, you chose to make Jillian the understudy, and then look for an opportunity for her to take the lead.
I bet you were torn at first, weren't you? Do you stick to the tried and tested formula? Choose Lynette, use her
Or do you choose Jillian, so that you and your longtime collaborator can stage the show of your dreams?
Oh,
You mentioned prior success and fame earlier, but you're a well-known director yourself, with countless, or maybe, deep down, none of your current achievements.
Oh, was für eine Wendung.
You have an opportunity to send Jillian onto that stage and perform the second. Your work would be displayed for all of...
Did you say...
Or will you act now before Maloney and the critics...
Oh?
Director Mariu? Actually, most of the money Lenny brought came from us.
We've worked with you for many years now. Your troupe has been here for you all the way from... We watched as you slowly started down a path you used to despise. The path of powerful connection.
But this is just a temporary measure. I did it...
Yes, we know. Back when you started, you had to bite the bullet. But then what happened? you began to embrace these methods more and more, becoming so reliant on them that every show you put out is over. Surely you must have noticed what's happening. Maloney's friends.
Ja, so süß. Eine super
I
Truppe.
know everyone's using the same promotional tactic.
Well, it's just a stopgap.
Next time, huh? Yeah. Next time, you won't use your connections.
Unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. If you make some money once, you'll want to do it again.
I won't turn my back on my dreams any longer, Director.
Me neither.
Süß. So, zack. Die Unterstützung ist von allen da. Also kommen wir immer über die 24.
Hi.
Dritter Akt inmitten von Trümmern. Es verstrich eine unbestimmte Zeitspanne, ehe eine Gruppe mechanischer Puppen endlich den Schutt beiseite räumte, die Protagonisten befreite und sie reaktivierte. Sie sagten zu ihr, du lagst hier für Jahrtausende begraben, nun regieren die mechanischen Puppen die Welt. Es stellte sich heraus, dass die Puppen, die den Aufstand angezettelt hatten, niemand anderes waren als die Gefährten der Protagonisten, die sie all die Jahre zuvor gerettet hatte. Die Protagonisten wurden jetzt von allen als Helden des Puppentums verehrt. Ihre Retter versprachen ihr, jeden Wunsch zu erfüllen, doch sie begehrte nur eine einzige einfache Sache. Hey, die Handlung scheint hier von den abzuweichen, was die Rezensionen gesagt haben.
The protagonist wanted to return to the stage, so the puppets replaced all her parts with the latest ones available.
And in the end, she forgot herself amidst the applause and cheers of her fellow.
Hey, no spoilers! Huh? Wait, hang on, that's...
Oh, Cons. Please.
No need to be so nervous, Director Mariu. We only told you Lynette would be quitting the show to get you to make a decision. We want, but in truth, I believe that if we choose our words carefully, there's no reason we can't get Maloney.
You really thought this plan through. What's worrying me now isn't how Maloney will react, it's the audience. I've always thought the original script is better, but will it move them like I've always hoped? What if people only came to see the show for Lynette? It feels like I've been hiding inside my...
We're right here with you.
In den Ruinen. Ursprüngliches Skript. Die Protagonistin lehnt das Angebot der anderen Puppen ab, ihr neue Teile zu geben und eine prächtige Bühne zu ihren Ehren zu bauen. Sie sehnt sich nur danach, ihre Gefährten wiederzusehen, aber man sagt ihr, diese hätten ihr Leben für die Revolution gegeben. Ihre sterblichen Überreste ruhen in den Trümmern, in denen sie sich zum ersten Mal trafen. Einsam begibt sich die Protagonistin zurück zu diesem Ursprungsort ihrer Reise. Dort tanzt sie ein letztes Mal vor den Gräbern ihrer Freunde. Ihre Schaltkreise brennen durch, ihre Bauteile lösen sich und fallen ab, doch sie tanzt unermüdlich weiter, bis sie gänzlich in sich zusammenbricht. Es hat tausende von Jahren gedauert, doch endlich hat sie einen Grund zum Tanzen gefunden.
Wow. Okay, this ending is much better.
I love how they brought back the set from Act 1 and gave it a whole new meaning.
Wow, schönes Bild.
What a fantastic twist.
Time for the curtain call. It's the moment of truth. Could always leave my mask on. You never know.
Sie sind alle verwirrt. Das sind noch die Kritiker gewesen, gell?
This is what fame looks like.
Jillian, you were amazing! Syra was tearing up when you did your final solo dance. Well...
Really? I was so nervous.
What looked like an actor unsteady on her feet was in fact a poignant expression of...
Hey, Mario! What the heck was that? What?
Our articles are already going to press. You bet.
Hey now, it was all...
Hold on. The decision was mine, and mine alone. They had nothing to do...
Marry you! So it was you! Well then,
Director Mariu, Mr. Maloney, what on earth is going on? Why was Lynette not in the lead role? It took a lot of convincing for me for her to accept the role, and I had to turn down some big work opportunities to come and watch.
Lenny, it was all his idea.
Wait, Linny, as a matter of fact, in this play, The masks and costumes serve to obscure. We took that idea to the next level with an actor swap, blurring the lines between one performer and the next. It's similar to deceiving the audience in a magic show. We employed this technique as a means that allows the audience to more intuitively understand the cognitive dissonance felt by the...
Hold up. What?
Oh, I see. Well, bravo, Director Mariu. You
Aber
even had...
That's
für die alle
probably more
mitspielen.
because you just don't really understand avant-garde.
Maybe so, maybe so. Well, perhaps it went over...
You must have worked it out by the end of the first...
Yes, well...
You
Unfortunately...
cancel the show?
While I accept that deceiving the audience in the manner you did certainly has artistic merit, this is not a match.
A very valid criticism, and one that I humbly accept. If that happens, we're prepared to Plus, it looks like Jillian is better than me at delivering the excellence people...
Maloney, I believe there should still be time to tweak my article. From the look on...
Oh, one other thing. We managed to get a meeting with Lady Farina earlier. Anyway, she agreed to write a review focusing on Jillian's performance and the quality of the show, and I'm sure today's audience will be discussing her performance too. There's sure to be a variety.
Oh, I mean, art at its finest, clearly.
Oh, of course. Always good to put some thought into these things.
Quarantine.
Okay, so alles gut gelaufen. Ich fand die Story auch gar nicht mal so schlecht. Die hätten das ruhig animieren können.
Thank you both so much. Without the two, I always told myself that once I'd made enough Mora, I'd get back to doing what I loved. But just like those critics with their... You're right. Anyway, enough about I've been looking into it a lot over the past couple of days, but it doesn't seem like it was one of our competitors after all.
Ah, yes, about that.
Lynette, do you have a moment?
Da ist die schon.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Gina insisted on coming to see Lynette.
Lynette, I'm sorry.
Warte darauf, wie sich die Sache entwickelt.
What?
Gina? So it was you?
Director, it's time for... Oh, okay. Weird energy. I think we came at a bad time.
Lynette, Gina must have been worried sick about me. I'm sure even she wouldn't do something so stupid.
Jillian, no! This is completely my fault, and...
Well, since I haven't actually suffered any losses, maybe we could just...
Really?
After all, Gina wouldn't be the first person to ever misjudge. In any case, I think we can all agree it was a misunderstanding and nothing...
But still, I was wrong to write that letter.
If that's what you really want, then how about helping... The crew could always use an extra hand. Plus, it'll...
Thank you, Lynette.
Sweet.
Is it? I'm so much more at home. Mariu said she's a very promising young actress. And she has natural I'm happiest when I get to sit in a... Yep.
Schöne Story. So, dann haben wir das schon mal abgeschlossen. Wir sind aber lange noch nicht durch. Wir haben ja noch 3 Stränge. Hier. Oh, hier geht's tatsächlich auch noch weiter. Spiel fortsetzen. Wie soll mit dem... Oh mein Gott. Ich dachte, ich sterbe. Wo ist denn der? Wo ist denn der Regisseur? Am Eingang. Wie komme ich da hin? Hä?
Quit following me.
Oi?
Too slow.
Hallo, was geht ab?
Thank you both. I always told myself that...
So, überspringen. Eine Sekunde hier.
You're right. Anyway,
Man kann es
enough about
überspringen. Bis zur Wahl. Hier. Unwissenheit vortäuschen. Zack. Kontrolle erfolgreich.
Yeah, me neither. Wait. Oh, do you mean when we ran into you at the flow of... As I recall.
Oh, well, it sounds like Gina knows what she did.
I understand that feeling of wanting to stand up for your family when they're being... But next time, maybe consider a different tactic? Something you can pull off. Got it.
Why do I feel like I'm missing something here?
Hey, here you are. I was wondering where you'd all run off to. Great! Everyone's in one place. That makes... What do you think? It's group photo time. Okay, everyone, we all have...
Oh... Am I...
Lynette, Traveler, come on. 3, 2,
Okay.
1. Smile!
Zack. Das ging aber schnell. Auch ein schönes Foto. So, dann haben wir das auch schon gelöst. Jetzt müssten wir hier weitermachen. Die Katze. Wir müssen jetzt mit der Katze weitermachen. Oh mein Gott. Die Story ändert sich jetzt komplett. Da gibt es dann wahrscheinlich auch noch 2 Ausgänge. Hallo, Katze.
Huh. I didn't like that. Was I... Clearly, there's some design flaws to iron out. Let's see...
Überspringen. So, ich denke, du sollst Bonnie helfen. Zack.
So, we're...
Hey. Jetzt helfen wir Bonnie, oder? Geh zum Dampfvogel, jawohl. Bonnie!
Every stupendous day starts with a steambird. I don't think...
Yep. If they're...
Why, of course.
Well, we've registered you as missing. You can stay up. Also, I just wanted to say... Well, I should probably head back to the drinks. If you've got some time, you should stop by my... Alright.
Hä? Warte bis zum nächsten Vormittag 7 bis 9 Uhr. Was erwartet uns da? 7 bis 9. Zack. Ah, wir bekommen nichts von der Story mit. Es geht nur um die Katze dann, oder was? Triff dich mit Lynette. Wo sind die überhaupt? Hier oben, oder was? Nee, unten. Zack, da ist sie. Hallo.
I believe this cat belongs to...
I already told you, this isn't your...
Just take a breather.
Oh nein, 2 Besitzer, die
You're here.
This is
die
my
Katze haben
friend's
möchten.
cat. He's preoccupied with some important...
No. It's far more likely this cat escaped from the Humane Society.
Oh Gott.
Bonnie?
That's the name I've given her in the meantime.
So, zu wem möchtest du, Bonnie? Zu mir? Okay, komm. Ich habe ein Plätzchen frei für dich.
Well, this complicates things.
I told you before. This is my friend's cat.
Listen, I'm the director of the Humane Society, okay? We've got so many strays, dogs, cats. She just looked somewhat familiar, so I came to check. If she turns out to be one of ours, I'll take her back. Simple as... We're an organization that specializes in rescuing and sheltering stray animals. We've been in business for several...
The Humane Society. Huh. The name sounds...
Yes, that's the one. Anyway, if it turns out I really am mistaken, I suppose that means the cat belongs to this lady.
It belongs to my friend.
Go on, Bonnie.
Oh, nope. Looks like I was mistaken. They do look similar, but there's an ever... Well, I suppose this means I still have a missing cat to search for.
Oh,
Wait a second. You
lied?
A liar always has a tell. The look in their eyes, their breathing pattern, the way they hold...
What are you talking about? The way I see it...
Normally, when someone is called out, their breathing speeds up as they begin to panic. But your breathing pattern hasn't changed one bit. In fact, if you're a bad guy, I'm sure you'll take off running the first chance you get. If you're a good guy, the most likely...
And your...
Intuition. No.
Intuition? You're right. I'm a member of the Guards. The name's Elodie. I'm currently investigating a cross-border smuggling case. This cat here.
Oh.
A couple of days ago, our suspect got wind that we were on his tail and fled. That's most likely. I just so happened to stumble upon your notice in the Steambird. So, I decided to see if he'd
Hey, wieso warst du nicht von Anfang an ehrlich?
This case has been huge. The Marechaussee Phantom, the Guards, a new kind of illegal drug. We confiscated all the synth on the market, but
oh mein Gott, das geht ja in eine ganz andere Richtung. Gefälschte Drogen. Elodie, ist auch ein schöner Name. Elodie. Elo. Die Elo.
The perpetrators got smart, though, and shifted that. We only recently got word of the presence of imitation synth overseas. We managed to track down evidence.
Wieso mussten die jetzt so richtig übertreiben, Alter? In welche Richtung das auch immer geht? Hey, wir wollten einfach eine vermisste Katze abgeben. Jetzt sind wir in irgendeiner Drogensache verwickelt. Junge.
The Marechaussee Phantom found him in Poisson.
Okay.
At first, there wasn't much cause. It was only later that we realized the coat of arms on his... Obviously, this discovery prompted a further...
That's not possible, actually.
Exactly. The family is
Natürlich werden wir dann helfen,
one of those very survivors. He's been
diesen
hiding away in
Typen
the
zu
Fontaine
finden, oder
Research
was?
Institute all these years. Well, my fellow guards have told there could be a chance that Pierre, or one of his accomplices... If I take Bonnie back to the guards with me, there's no way Pierre will try and come... I have to admit... Well, I've got some other leads to follow up on.
Oh Gott. Stimmt etwas nicht?
It's nothing. It's just... The head of the Lefebvre family was at a dinner party. Someone tricked me into boarding the Lefebvre family carriage, but before anything worse could happen, Father was after all these years. Don't worry about me. He's been acting strange. Thinking about it now, it's very possible. Even after all these years, he's still... You'll have to help me teach him a lesson if we... Yep. I want to... A little bit of both, perhaps. Okay. I'll write a letter explain...
Fand diese Wendung gerade nicht so schön, tatsächlich. Nee, ich fand die Wendung nicht so schön. Jetzt sind sie in so einen Drogenfall verwickelt. Mag ich nicht. Hallo, ihr Süßen.
Lynette, you're,
You can drop the act, brother. In fact, I don't think either of us will have a need for acting anytime soon.
And that's why I tried to distract you with the masked...
Care to introduce us to your...
This is Officer Shovras, Captain of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol.
Nice to see you. I should clarify something. Mr. Linney's here at my invitation, not the other way around. To borrow your we've brought on Mr. Linney as a consultant in the past. He was instrumental in helping us crack a case involving a
so...
That's exactly why whoever was behind it all was extremely cautious. They didn't leave a shred of evidence. I took a look at the entrance and exit records of all the carriages that night. Don't worry, I don't have any evidence. I sought Mr. Linney's help with the smuggling. The way I look at it, it's a Not at all. I was planning to invite you from the very beginning, Miss Lynette. It's just that my assistant here raised some objections.
Linny, I'm not the same person that little girl who did nothing but cower in the corner in fear.
I'm sorry, Lynette.
Oh, and the next time you want to distract me?
Who's this?
Und die Katze kommt auch noch mit.
It's a bit complicated.
Well, if there are no objections, then I suppose the only...
It appears the Lefebvre family was very particular in their use of it. The family would use different emblems to mark differences in status, blood relation, and the like. In fact, the insignia that was
Ey, wir haben gerade 6:30 Uhr und dafür sucht jemand in meine Welt einzutreten. Was macht ihr so früh?
We discovered something interesting.
Apparently, Pierre was once addicted to synth. He claimed it was just for research purposes, but the Institute revoked his access to the relevant material. But it seems the Institute ran into some trouble along the way. Could have been a lack of personnel or a timing issue. As for his family background, other than the pendant, based on the samples of imitation, those traces might not be. We didn't find any records indicating possible involvement in overseas transactions either.
Maybe he had a
Well, his neighbors, if his reclusive
after he disappeared.
Poisson.
Ich weiß nicht, also diese Story hier gefällt mir gerade gar nicht.
Bonnie is
Oh, that's right! When the Marechaussee Phantom first...
From what we've learned about Pierre's habits...
Exactly. Bonnie might...
Wait. You think the cat can lead us there? But she's not...
10, lass es mich versuchen. Miau, miau, miau. So, 16. Kontrolle erfolgreich. Bonnie scheint zu verstehen, was ihr von ihr wollt. Sie zuckt mit dem...
Near the well,
keine Ahnung.
I've certainly never taken a witness...
Well, if it worked...
Cats and humans are actually pretty alike. When it comes to communication, most of what we want to convey can be of course, body language has its limitations.
The important thing is that we now have a lead.
Geh dich an der fragwürdigen Stelle umsehen. Wo ist diese fragwürdige Stelle? Boah. Laufen werden die auf jeden Fall nicht. Da sind wir.
Seems like Bonnie is trying to take us some.
Na, wohin gehst du, meine süße Katze? Schaut euch die an. Wunderschön. Oh. Ohne euch macht es natürlich keinen Spaß, ne? Noch mehr.
That's far enough. Squall and fury.
Und tschüssi. Da ist die Katze. Dahin möchte die Katze.
Wow, Lynette, you found this place so easily. If I thought there...
Sounds familiar. I pretty much...
Let's just focus on our search.
Hey, schauen wir uns das mal an. Untersuchen.
Aha! Just as we thought. Looks like he's got more than just imitation synths stashed around here. In addition to these cleaning agents are likely used to the Special Patrol did some digging. It must have taken a but what are these other drugs for?
Hier ist noch was.
The material these bags are made of. It's the very same, actually. Romaritime flower fiber. Even the strings look specially. I came across some bags made of the same. Very similar, actually. But what could these big bags...
Hier ist noch etwas, oder? Nee. Doch, da unten. Mit der Katze.
When the Marechaussee Phantom searched... Only the lower...
Based on the various ingredients it looks like he used a special cleaning...
So then he
No. I don't believe our suspect is the kind of the cleaning agent and the sealed bag...
The barrels we found...
Yes. With flotation rings around the body of the barrels, they'd stay upright in the water.
You think he used floating barrels?
But then, wouldn't the barrels be
Traveler, can you come take a dip in the sea with...
ins Tauchgang. So, mit Steuerung links. Noch nicht tief genug. Jetzt aber. Da ist doch was. Gehört nicht dazu, aber egal. Ich möchte es trotzdem haben. Zack. Da ist was. Hallo.
The wreckage of a small boat?
Hallo.
This isn't the place.
Noch was? Da unten ist noch was.
This isn't the place.
Wo noch? Irgendwo hier oben? Wo ist denn das? Soll ich die vielleicht besiegen? Nee, oder? Das wäre richtig nervig. Aber sonst sehe ich gar nichts. Den nicht besiegen, oder? Das ist doch nur Zufall. Vielleicht muss man noch hier weitergehen. Eine Sekunde. Da wird es ja ein bisschen tiefer. Vielleicht muss man da runtergehen, vielleicht. Kann man da rein? Ist da eine Höhle? Ja. Ja, das wird Sinn machen. Nee, da ist nichts. Hätte der sein können. Oh, wieso sehe ich? Da ist was. Das können wir auch mitnehmen, wenn wir schon dabei sind. Oder muss es tatsächlich hier oben sein? Aber ich muss euch nicht besiegen, oder? Das wäre richtig bescheuert. Was entgeht mir? Blind? Sekunde, gehen wir mal komplett hier hin. Schauen wir uns mal um. Hier ist aber nichts. Keine Hinweise mehr. Interessante Sache. Wieso ist das so? Da ist es. Oh mein Gott, gut versteckt.
Got it. Time to go up and report.
So. Junge, Junge, Junge. Ja, das war nicht so krass markiert, deswegen.
Too slow.
As expected, with this anchoring system, we also came across the...
Let's talk this through.
It could be.
It seems like
Well, if that's the case, they must not have a very close...
Let's not jump to any... The most important thing, let's say for now that he was only in...
Since we've determined...
We can certainly check the various ports. Absolutely. Unfortunately, we were... You're right. They must have found a way to discuss... Exactly.
I'll run home and ask some of my...
I should also head back and...
All right. Come on.
Hey, zum Hafen. Hallo. So, jetzt. Oh, wenn es genauso lange dauert, wie die Schauspiel-Quest bzw. das Schauspielereignis,
Oh, Lynette.
dann geht das Video ja 3 Stunden fast.
Oh. I'm in charge of guarding the port.
Aber wie ihr schon bemerkt habt, das mit dieser Drogenstory, diese Wendung hat mir gar nicht gefallen. Deswegen skippe ich auch ein bisschen. So richtig übertrieben, diese Wendung ist einfach zu übertrieben gewesen. Gefällt mir nicht. Sorry.
Actually, he followed me here.
Der ist aber süß.
Huh.
Huh? We were so careful not to touch it, but we still ended up with traces on.
Why don't you have a look at the travel log?
Ah, das ist ein Drogenhund gewesen, deswegen. Ah, die humane Vereinigung.
All over the exit logs.
Das war bestimmt dieser Typ. Ah, das war dieser Typ, der hat bemerkt, dass irgendwas an dieser Frau nicht stimmt. Deswegen hat er dann gemeint, dass die seine Katze ist. Junge, Junge.
The sealed bags combined.
During our inspection. Exactly. Just imagine. If Pierre had already hidden the next batch of imitation synth.
So, that...
If you've got something as convenient...
In order to make sure the animals could swallow the sealed bags, that step would have required a lot of energy. As well, we've already proven how easy it is to pick...
Okay. Then, let's head to the Humane Society right away and bring that...
Geht's. Geht zur humanen Vereinigung. Die sind ja richtig human. Dass die Drogen herstellen. Wow. Jetzt machen wir fertig, Drecksäcke. Oh.
The headquarters of the Humane Society should be somewhere around here.
Here are the people from earlier.
After him. We can't let him get away.
Oh, ich spiele als Lynette. Igini Wini. Komm her, du Pups. Stell ihm ein Bein. Komm her.
Give it up, Bernard.
Mercy. Have mercy. I'll talk.
The Humane Society has done so much good over the years. And yet you...
Look, I didn't have a choice, okay? My father cared about those blasted animals so much, he didn't bother...
No one asked. Tell me.
Well, after I took over the Humane Society, it gradually became harder and It's said that I could stand to get a large sum of money as long as I helped them to transport some animals abroad. It was only after... But then, Pierre wrote to me, saying that we were already partners in crime and that I better keep cooperating with him. If I didn't, I would order wooden barrels and flotation devices according to his instructions, and then load the sleeping and a few days after that, I'd come by again in my boat and pick up the animals sleeping in the barrels. That guy Pierre, he was running the entire show. He set up all the meeting time. Look, I don't know.
And when did he send his final letter to...
Just last night. He said that the Maréchaussée Phantom is now after him, so he's planning to go into hiding for some time. He didn't mention where he's...
It's been a few days since Pierre's last appearance. I'd wager that he sent that letter...
I burned them. It was on his orders. I had to burn every letter after...
Sure sounds like you're trying to use the lack of witnesses or evidence to pin the blame on Pierre.
No, I swear this...
Well... We can check.
I know.
Bonnie helped too.
That's true.
Katze ist echt süß. Okay. Versuch den Fall abzuschließen. Hast du etwas noch auf dem Herzen? Über das, was wir in Preußen gefunden haben. Oh, warum wird Pierre verdächtig? So, interpretieren. Alles mal interpretieren erstmal. Zack. Aha. Bonnie interpretieren. Ah, krass. Die Sachen, die nicht zur Sache dienen, werden sozusagen entfernt. Wow. Zack, Assoziation starten. So, interpretieren. Schlussfolgerung einreichen. Fertig. Crazy.
Bernard claims...
Nochmal. Verschwundene Bonnie. Zweck des Briefes, zack. Schlussfolgerung.
If Bonnie had imitation and thinking about it, could it be that the...
Weiter geht's. Kontakte, Zutaten. Das ging aber schnell.
Yeah, the final question.
Piers widersprüchliches Verhalten. Bernhards Aussage. Ne, hier. Hat Pier mehrere Persönlichkeiten. Zack. Vielleicht ist Pier auch, hallo? Warte, Assoziation abbrechen. Das muss ich noch interpretieren. Jetzt kann ich das mal interpretieren. Schlussfolgerung einreichen. Beziehungsweise das hier mit dem hier. Und dann, es gibt noch eine dritte Person. Schlussfolgerung einreichen. Zombies. Elodie!
Now behave and
That hurt.
So, zack. 27 Punkte. Bleib stehen!
Is there...
Huh?
I see.
Hey.
Because he has been kept in the dark. That never quite added up for me. Both of these things are he probably unbeknownst to him, however.
What?
If you focus only on Bernard's test... Yep, which is once they had instructed Pierre to... Of course, Pierre, all the third person would have to do from that...
Wait.
Is...
Chevra said they suggested, but if the disappearance is true...
Huh?
How did you take...
You deliberately fed a slot, getting the marechaussee, and you couldn't predict what they might... As someone accustomed to act, once the Phantom... It wouldn't be long until the Phantom would... It was probably... Still, you soon... Like Bernard, you desperately wanted to confirm the contents of her stomach, so you hurried to find us. While investigating the suspect's cat, we unexpected Bonnie had managed to escape before Pierre was able to stuff her full of... You manipulated the Traveler and I to help you identify Bernard as a key suspect. You used the Lefebvre name as bait...
So...
Of course, you did far more... You even highlighted... Moreover...
And what are you...
I am insinuating that you had... And that's how neither the trafficker... Pierre manufactured it, having received the
I can't believe...
Bla 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 bla
What do you
bla.
think she's going to say?
Ever thought about...
You know, very that way, but you still want to do that. The
So
location
Leute, ihr
would
denkt euch
ideally
bestimmt,
allow you- There are only so
what the fuck, aber ich finde es nicht so schön.
That's right. We...
While at the harbor, and if one were to...
That...
Yes, I'm sure...
Don't worry.
Although judging...
The Lefebvres were...
Judging from the time...
Not only that, you brutally...
So...
Das ist jetzt aber zum ersten Mal so, dass die Storys sich echt voneinander so weit entfernt haben. In einem Einladungsereignis. Wollen die damit zeigen, dass die verschiedene Stränge gleichzeitig bearbeiten können?
And neither do I care. Elodie.
That's enough.
What a joke. What a joke. Hey!
Oh, eine
Don't...
Bombe.
What's that?
Know what this is? Whether they're cats... Surely...
Zack. Aufgabe überreden. Was? Eine 1 gezogen. Scheißendreck.
That's enough!
Not good. She's trying to escape. We need to end this fight as soon
toll.
as possible.
Zack. Zack. Machen wir jetzt mal schnell hier. Und tschüssi.
Busted so quickly, huh?
In dein Fässer. Von der Katze.
Phew. So I was right after... This is it.
Guess that's probably why she suddenly flipped and...
Well, given that...
Thank you for your help,
I still need to go back and...
Eine Verabredung wann? Einmal irgendeine Karte gezogen. Kontrollfähig, scheiße.
A lot has happened since then.
Nein, er hat's verloren.
Once I'm done talking with...
Mano. Zack. Mal runter. Boah. Keine Angst. Ich tue euch nichts. Da ist ein Truhe, Alter. Hat sich ja gelohnt für mich.
This?
Want some?
Eine Testtee bitte.
I hope you'll not at all. Plus, if you just
Jetzt machen wir ein
great
Foto
answer.
Werden wir
Had
Tee
we not run
trinken.
into that case, you're right.
Tee und Kuchen.
Elodie
Und mit der
tried.
Katze im
Not everyone
Hintergrund.
who likes
Geil.
cats is humans tend to. She took a liking.
Zack. Was habe ich euch gesagt? So. Gott sei Dank ist es fertig. Ah, hier. Im Nebel versinken. Befrage Bernard. Wo ist denn der Tomatenkopf? Oh, da sind wir ja schon richtig weit. Okay, versuche den Fall abzuschließen. Ich muss in eine andere Richtung lenken?
Now behave. And
That hurt.
So? Vielleicht? Ja,
Is everything I
ohne
still
dafür mit Lynette gesprochen zu haben. Dann geht's in eine andere Richtung.
no good.
So, zack.
I've still got nothing.
Sei nicht so
Alright.
streng zu dir selbst.
Let's go to the before my energy.
Ja. Da ist das Ding. Das ging aber schnell jetzt. Gut, ich glaube, wir sind fertig. Kann es sein? Haben alles. Alle Ausgänge. Das ging aber echt schnell. Gut. Dann sind wir durch. 20, 40, 60 Urgestein plus ein paar Errungenschaften. Ich glaube, insgesamt sind es 80 Urgestein. Die Errungenschaften holen wir uns auch ab. Ja, also am Anfang mit dem Schauspieler, mit der Schauspielerin, das war ja echt cool gewesen. Ich fand auch die Geschichte von dem Schauspiel richtig nice. Ich schaue gerade, ob es irgendwie eine neue Reihe gibt. Nee, gibt es nicht. Schade. Ja, dann sind wir tatsächlich durch. 600 Urgestein gibt es noch. Ansonsten gibt es nicht viel. Wir haben noch eine Aktion, die später online kommen wird. Schauen wir mal. Nee. Was, nun eine geniale Beschwörung? Kann doch nicht sein. Anscheinend schon. Hier. Alchemistischer Aufstieg. Heute ist der 13. Morgen kommt es. Was gibt es da? Abschließend Bau in der Aktion, irgendein Anbau, Tank und Verkaufs- und kontinuierlich Betriebs. Oh, da werden wir mit den Geschäften leiten. Ich freue mich schon drauf. Leute, wir sind durch. Danke fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Video. Ciao, ciao.